Hey, I am Isna. If you are new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Go ahead and check out my description if you want more information about how to contact me and my services. If you are returning, welcome back. I do apologize for the late video this week. I've had a very busy week. So we're going to dive in, and I'm going to do a video about playing victim. This one is something that is kind of, one, it's a touchy subject, and two, it's always very near and dear to my heart whenever I talk about this, because this is something that we all can very easily fall into if we're not careful. But it needs to be addressed because I think it's important to not do this, to not play helpless, to not fall into woe is me. Because playing woe is me and getting stuck in that kind of mentality just creates more of it, right? So we're going to talk about playing victim. Give me 1 second, I need some water. And we're going to talk about how to not be in that state. Okay? So, playing victim. What does this mean? What is it what we talk about when we talk about playing victim and, you know, only focusing on circumstances, only, you know, being victimized by your circumstances? This is something we all do. This isn't something that I don't do. This is something it's human nature to want to play victim, to want to think of things as happening to us, okay? This isn't something bad. This is normal. This happens. You're a human being. It's going to happen. But I am here to tell you, though, that playing victim does not serve you. You've got to get it out of your head that things are happening to you. Just get it out of your head. Whatever is happening because of you. I know that's hard to hear, and I know a lot of you really don't want to hear it, and I'm sorry, because that's always the hardest place to be, but I am here to tell you that that everything that's happening in your reality happens because of you. Good, bad, or otherwise, it's you. So stop playing the victim. If you don't like what's happening, if you don't like your circumstances, if you don't like that there's a third party, if you don't like that you're not making enough money, if you don't like your car that's parked out in your driveway, change it. Stop talking about it. Stop bitching about it. Stop complaining. Stop asking, where is it? Stop saying, oh, but that wasn't my fault, or I had this, and this happened to me. Now, if you want to vent and you need to get it out because you're upset about it, that's one thing. And that's fine, and I absolutely, completely, I'm a person who needs to vent. So I completely suggest venting, getting it out of your system, and then moving on. Venting is very helpful because it helps you figure out what emotions you're currently having, which ones you need to process, and then you can literally just become aware of what's happening, check in with yourself, move on. That's what venting is, though. Okay, just so we're clear. But complaining and bitching and being ungrateful repeatedly, that's only going to create more of that. If you don't like what's happening, but you keep bitching and complaining because it's happening, what do you think is going to happen? You're basically saying, I hate that, I hate that, I hate that. Okay, well then, you're just going to create more of it because you keep talking about it. You keep focusing on it. Sorry. But I can tell you from experience, I tell people all this all the time. What's the first thing we lose when things start to become stressful, things start to become overwhelming, things start to become difficult? What's the first thing we lose? Gratefulness. We forget to say thank you. We're so focused on getting that, doing that, being better. This isn't here. I need that. This needs to change. Okay, I get it. I do. But I also know that the quickest way to get more is to focus on more. So if you're in a place where you're playing victim and you're just like, oh my God, it's not coming. Why don't I have that check? Why don't I have that job? Why don't I have that life? A big part of why you don't have it is because you're focusing on not having it. And that victim mentality, that cycle that you keep going, is why you're still there. Stop asking where it is. Stop asking, is that a sign? Stop asking, why isn't it here yet? Stop asking, how do I get rid of this? Stop. Stop the cycle. Stop it. No one can tell you what to be grateful for. But I am here to tell you that there's lots of stuff to be grateful for every day. Every day. And if you don't remember that, if you don't start saying thank you, if you don't start living in an abundant mind frame, in a generous mind frame, in a successful mind frame, in a successful state, you can't create except from the state you're in. Your state determines what you focus on. So get yourself to a different state of being. If you are in a lack state of mind, a fear-based state of mind, a victim state of mind, that is where you will create from. Please don't do this to yourself. Please don't sit there and say, why me? I know it's hard and I know it sucks. And I know at times we need somebody to pick us up and slap us and make it so that we figure out how to walk straight again. And I get it. So if this is that video when you need me to sit here and tell you to pick yourself up and walk straight, then pick yourself up. Remember who the fuck you are. Walk straight. But do not sit there and say, why isn't this happening for me? Stop saying it. Stop focusing on it. Stop worrying about it. Stop the commentary about it. Stop it. Stop asking those questions. Stop mentioning it. Stop. It's easy to sit there and get into this mind frame of venting and complaining and bitching and moaning. Okay, great. I get it. It's like I saw this post on a forum on Facebook, and somebody said, why is it that people that are master manifestors don't talk about it? Can any master manifestors share their stories? And the funny part was in the comments, there were people who talked, who spoke up, who said their truth. And the truth is that once you actually get your shit, once you figure out that your focus is so important, once you stop playing victim, you are so focused on your abundance and your success and your gifts and how powerful you are and how good it feels to maintain that state that you don't worry about other people. You don't have time to complain. You don't have time to belittle people. You don't have time to name call. You don't have time to sit there and be all reading people's sob stories and be depressed and be sitting there answering the questions a million times like, what if this and what if that and why is this? And no, stop. I got shit to do. I can't. And it's not because you're trying to be mean. It's not about that. You still want to help people. But if you're living your best life and you're doing what you need to do and you're getting your shit done, you don't want to sit there and surround yourself with people who don't know how yet. And suddenly, instead of it being all these questions, it just becomes, no, I'm good. I got this. We're good. So the question becomes, are you going to remember who you are? and change your state and make anything happen? Or are you going to continue to focus on the things that you don't have? It's easy to do. And anytime something happens or we get attached to something or something pops up that matters to us in any shape or form, it's easy to fall back into this and forget who we are. And sometimes we need to knock over the head, have somebody remind us, hey, knock it off. This is your reality. This is your rules. This is only dependent upon you. Nothing happens without your say-so. This is all you 24/7. So my tip to you, if you're in victim mode, if you're having difficulty, if you're struggling, if you're asking, sorry, water's dripping all over me. If you're struggling and asking yourself, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? I'm impatient. I don't understand why it's not here. What more do I need to do? Why does nothing work for me? If any of these types of thoughts are going through your head, if you're struggling at all with anything similar to this, then I need you to focus on gratitude. Find things to be thankful for right now. Find things to say thank you for in your life. Stop worrying about what you don't have. Stop it. And I know that for a lot of people, they're like, I don't have anything. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Open your eyes. Yes, you do. Open your eyes. I can't tell you what to say thank you for. I'm just here to try and remind you that you have a lot of things to be grateful for. So please stop playing victim. Please stop talking about your old story. Please stop being that old person. Please stop letting that old version of you win. That old version of you keeps testing you. And every time that version wins, that's who you're still going to be. Choose different. Make a different decision. Stop playing the victim. Pull yourself out of it and be better. You want better? You want different? You want more? Be better. Be different. Be more. Start today. There is no time like the present. All you're doing by saying, where is it? Why isn't it here? Is looking to something in the future to validate you. You are the future. Do it now. Stop asking for something else outside of you to fix it. There is nothing outside of you to fix. It is you. You are fixing it. Just you. No one else. So fix it. Be grateful. Start with you. Change your mindset. Change how you view things. Change how you see things. Change your state. Because when you do that and you're not coming at it from a place of lack, of fear, of worry, of stress, then you can actually truly create and say thank you. Because then you really will be a master manifester who constantly is getting everything they want, because you'll know it's all about you. Stop waiting on it to happen. Stop waiting for the next thing. Stop saying to yourself, but if this would, no, stop. You don't need anything to be happy but you. Stop playing the victim and letting things upset you, letting things trigger you, making it so that you actually react to things. Stop it. You're making a choice. You're actively saying that the old version of you is who you want to be. I'm not here to tell you not to be that version. I'm here to tell you, if you want better, knock it off. You can't have both. You can't sit there and say, I want better, and then continue to keep doing what you're doing. Because no offense, but the old version of you, they didn't want better. They wanted what they had. And it was making them hurt, and it was painful, and they were miserable, but they didn't ask for more, did they? Well, that's not true, I guess. They did only ask for more. They didn't do anything about it. You can do something about it. So do it. Stop asking. If you were a better version of you, be a better version of you. Stop asking. The new version of you doesn't need permission. They're not a victim. They don't ask for permission. It's their reality. And they do what they want. So go act like it. And stop being that version. Just stop. No one can tell you who to be in your reality but you. Don't fucking forget it. I'll see you soon.